Another thing that I want to add, David, a lot of people, could you please answer that question today? A lot of people on this Zoom have been asking what's the difference between Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme. So could you please, in your own words, address that today, because we couldn't address that Saturday. So make sure you address that today.
That's one of the questions. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now.
And then maybe also explain what a cooperative is, what we are compared to that.
Sure. Okay. So there's three questions there. Number one, what is a Ponzi scheme? So a Ponzi scheme is not anything what we're doing. And most people who compare this to a Ponzi scheme, they don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, because if they knew what a Ponzi scheme is, they wouldn't say that this is a Ponzi. So here's what a Ponzi scheme is. And many of you have been involved in them because they're happening every single day. So a Ponzi scheme is that somebody says, give me $1,000. You give them $1,000 and they tell you they're going to give you 1% a day. But they don't take that $1,000 and invest it into something. They just hold on to the $1,000 and then they give you the 1%, which is $10, which I don't know why anybody would give somebody $1,000 of their hard-earned money to someone who doesn't have a license to trade. They don't know who they are. They've never seen them. And all they got was an email with a bunch of fancy words on it. Give me $1,000 so you can get $10 of your own money back every day. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyways, a Ponzi is where you give somebody money and they promise to make investments with that money and give you a high rate of return, but they don't make any investments and they just give you back a little bit of interest every now and then to keep you happy. And then when too many people ask for their money back, it collapses because there was no investment to begin with. And they run off with your money and you're left brokenhearted. So that's a Ponzi scheme. Did I say it clearly? Okay, only one person is saying yes. So two people are saying yes. All right, so let me say it again and I'll try and be more succinct. A Ponzi scheme is where you give somebody money and because they've made a promise to pay you an exaggerated interest rate at a particular interval, once a day, once a week, once a month. But they don't do any investment. They just hold on to your money and pay you interest so that you'll bring more people in. That's a Ponzi scheme. It is illegal and people go to jail for it. We're not that, because we don't invest your money and you have access to 100% of your money every day. So that's not us. So that's what a Ponzi scheme is. A pyramid, on the other hand, is something that's completely different. And if you think about it, most governments 20 years ago, 25 years ago, allowed advertisers to advertise the sale of cigarettes. And they allowed those advertisers that were selling cigarettes to show pictures of people riding horses with beautiful women sitting on their laps and cowboy hats and looking cool with a cigarette in their mouth. And they allowed that because they were making a ton of money. Then all of a sudden, people started to die and get sick. So it was costing them more money to have than the taxes that were coming in. It was costing them more money for the healthcare than the taxes that were coming in. So then they changed their mind and they said cigarette smoking isn't good. So a pyramid scheme, as defined by the government, is this. A pyramid scheme means that the person at the top will always get more money than the people under them. That is a pyramid scheme. You know, like a government, for example, you know, the prime minister or president gets more money than the citizens. Or GM, for example, you know, the CEO of GM, they get $50 million annually, and the person who actually does the work gets, you know, $25 an hour. Those are pyramids. We are not. Marina, who is 20 levels below me, is making more money than me in co-op 20 because she's working harder. So we're not a pyramid. And so that's what a pyramid is, you know, and hopefully that explains it. We're not a pyramid. And for the most part, a pyramid is just a made up word for the governments because by the governments because they had no way of getting taxes from all of these network marketing companies. So they tried to persuade you not to participate in these pyramid schemes. And now, if you look back over the past 10 years, you will see that all of these pyramid schemes have been bought up by billionaires over the course of the last 10 years. And now they own all of these pyramid schemes. And lo and behold, you don't hear too much talk about pyramid schemes anymore. So it's propaganda. It's designed to prevent you from waking up your dreams. And it's a fallacy. There's no such word that actually defines what a pyramid is.
Yeah. And Patricia, once again, for those that never heard her last time, she said, I worked in federal law enforcement for years, and my job covered pyramid and Ponzi schemes. This is not either. So now, David, can you please tell us what co-op is?
Great. So now, in its simple form, a cooperative means you have a group of people that are working together for a common goal. Now, there are farming cooperatives, there are banking cooperatives, there are income cooperatives, there are housing cooperatives, there are farming cooperatives. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of different cooperatives. But the true definition of a cooperative is a group of people working together, pooling their resources for the common good. In our particular case, in our cooperative, we each do a little, which is register for a one-time out-of-pocket $20 or more, and invite 3 or more friends. That is our job in this cooperative. If we fulfill that job in this cooperative, we are participating in the cooperative as active participants, and we get rewarded for it. If you join the cooperative and you do nothing, then obviously the cooperative is not going to reward you very favorably. But a cooperative is when you have a group of people that are working together for a common goal, for the good of everybody. And that's what we do here. And I can tell you for a fact that no other company on the planet does a cooperative better than we do. And when I say we, I'm including you and you and you and you and you and you and you, because without you guys, we don't have a cooperative. So it is us pulling together for our common goal, but our individual pursuits. Our common goal is to make more money than we have right now. Our individual pursuits are many, but our common goal is to make more money than we have right now, and nobody does it better than we do here at Co-op.
That's a great explanation.
Amazing. And it really makes sense the way you just laid it out step by step. And I give David some hearts and love and all that, you guys, because that's how simple it is. Thank you, David. Very
You're
nice.
welcome. You're welcome. By the way, there's one other thing that we need to add to that. And it came up, it still comes up today, but mostly it came up in my crowdfunding systems. So crowdfunding, as everybody knows, or maybe everybody doesn't know, I created crowdfunding in 2001. I created the world's first crowdfunding system. And crowdfunding is based on the legitimate, let me say it again, crowdfunding is based on the legitimate laws as they pertain to the exchange of gifts in every country in the world. Every country has laws as they pertain to gifts. So here in Canada, I can give anybody, a gift of up to $1 million. It's called a gift. I can give that person a gift. And because it's a gift, there is no tax consequence on the receiver, and there are no consequences to the giver. In the United States of America, different states have different laws, but overall, it's about $40,000, which you can legally gift to another person without any tax consequence to that other person. Now, let me take it a step further. If I send somebody who's in the United States of America $60,000, I am not committing an illegal act. The person who received the $60 needs to pay taxes on the $20,000. So you hear people saying that we're doing illegal, that the crowdfunding that I set up is illegal gifting. It is not. It is 100% legal and legitimate and on the books in every country in the world as us being able to actually perform that task. So if anyone says any of those things, do your research. I've been doing this for 22 years. Everybody can find me within minutes if they truly wanted to. The only people that find me are the people that want to shake my hand, give me a hug, and pat me on the back. So what we're doing here is just phenomenal. And don't let anybody spoil your dreams. And 99.9% of the time, when somebody says, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. Oh, that's a Ponzi scheme. Oh, I heard that's gifting. Oh, I heard that's a fraud. Here's what I'd like you to do with those people. The next time that somebody says it's a Ponzi scheme, ask them for an explanation of what a Ponzi scheme is. They won't be able to answer you, right? It's most people just say those things to try and find a way to tell you no. And when they say those things, unfortunately, it spoils some people's dreams. Don't let anybody spoil your dreams. You see, it's your dream. You are the one that's going to make it happen. And because of Marina and what Marina said today and about those affirmations and telling yourself that you deserve everything that you're going to get, after today, it's going to be even easier for you.